And what's going on, Gorehounds? Welcome to another fabulous episode of the Gore Podcast. I'm your not so mean Fluff Master Supreme, Big Johnny D, bringing this shit show in. However, I don't bring this shit show in alone. For with me, as always, are my beloved horror homies. Starting it off with that Dark Norla. Sorry, my phone dung threw me all off. That Dark Lord of Knowledge, that Chad Duty. Jesus
Damn.
Christ. I told you guys I am way fucking lethargic today. I'm low. I'm lagging. The Chattahoochee, Mr. Chad Chrisman.
What's up, bitches?
Apologize. We also have that killing machine, that meat mountain, and he's a big one. Mr. Babe Amone.
Afternoon, motherfuckers. It's been a long Monday.
I don't know why that was perfect. It was like, said your name, train horn. It's like fucking like WWE announcement. Bobby just breaks into the door. Today is August 7th, 2023. And well, we're talking another zombie-esque movie today, and that would be 1984's Night of the Comets. But before we do that, we're going to talk about what the fuck we did in the past week, or at least weekend. But to do that, we need to introduce this segment. Me and the boys really don't like singing, and I don't. Yeah, so, and we don't need to do the sexy voice. That's more fun when all of us are here, so we can all enjoy that. So we're going to pull out Variant Scubes. So, Variant Scuba, if you could please.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your
And now I want pizza.
I was to say we say this every time now that was a hot and fresh pizza.
Fucking right, dude.
Not that gay can pizza.
Way better than the shit I eat. Like I said, I can't say that. The first night, not so bad. Second night.
The first night we had it was great. The second night, yours, not so good.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll get to that. But, Bob, how the hell you been, buddy? We didn't get you here last week.
Last week I was not here. I had to work late and everything. So last week was more of work. But then this past weekend was Monster Mania weekend. And I was there with my girlfriend, my two other friends, and a whole bunch of other people that I saw and that I didn't see. And, of course, I also had with me, if I'm doing it right, Mr. Johnny right here to my right. I think I'm on the screen, or left.
To my side.
To my side. And so I had him, his wife was there, his brother-in-law, yes?
Yep, my sister and my brother-in-law.
And all that. So, and we all had a great time. It was nothing but a giant party. Did a little birthday pre-celebration. My birthday is actually this coming Saturday.
Yeah, Bob's hitting the big 3-0.
Yeah, I'm
man, Bobby.
Right? So now he gets to start feeling a little bit of soreness each day, every day.
Yeah, I'm all right with that. It's okay.
As soon as he gets out of his bed, day after his 30th birthday, is like, oh, my knees, oh, my back.
Oh, my dick. Oh. So that we had that going on. Monster Mania was a blast. And I could say more, but it's just so much shit that was just so good. A lot of drinking. A lot
Did
of
you meet
partying.
anybody this weekend? I don't even know.
I did. Yes, I did. I met Alyssa Sutherland from Evil Dead Rise.
Bro, her lines were fucking thick.
But she was such a sweetheart of a person. So nice. Weird. You know, she took her time with the fans. So it was a long line, but she was just so sweet, so nice. It was like somebody you could talk to for hours if you had the chance, but very nice. She was the only one I met because it was like middle of the day. We had other things we wanted to do. Did a lot of shopping, all that good shit. You know, Mania was always and is always a good time. Got back early yesterday and got to watch this movie, which we'll talk about that in a little bit. But other than that, it was a wonderful weekend with my girlfriend, friends, just the whole 9 yards, 100% hanging out with my one Gore more homie. I still need the other two to come to a show. We can make it happen next year, please, Chad.
Either a show or just a weekend.
We'll see.
Weekend
Show
of
or a weekend,
debauchery.
whichever. Whichever. Yeah, we need a weekend of debauchery. We'll meet in the middle.
Yeah,
But
right.
that's enough about me. Chad, what did you do, buddy?
Well, I got through my first week at the new job.
How did it go?
Yeah.
How did it go? How did it go?
Exhausting. Thursday was the company's annual picnic, so I got to go to that. Only being there a couple of days, didn't really know too many
I
people.
was gonna say, wow, what a jump on that fucking bandwagon, right?
But it was really cool because it's like families invited. I'm like, okay, cool. And I told Steph, I said, families are invited, but I know you don't really have a way up right now because we only have one car. I said, so the invite's there, but I'll understand because you guys probably can't make it. So yes, so it's almost 12 o'clock on Thursday, and she gives me a call. Of course, instantly I'm like, what's wrong? Because they're on vacation. They just left Friday for Ocean City and won't be back till this Friday. So my first thought is something bad happened.
Right.
So I pick up the phone, and she's like, "Where are you?" I'm like, "I'm at work." Duh. She's like, "No, where are you?" I'm like, "I'm over here by these bay doors." Why? She's like, "We're here." Oh, okay. So she and the kids surprised me. They came up to the party, so we had a nice little picnic lunch, and there's different games and stuff for the kids to do, like a scavenger hunt, different stuff like that. So they had a good time.
Nice, dude.
Nice.
Then this weekend, I didn't really do much. I worked half a day Friday because 4 10-hour days. So Friday was half. For me to get any time overtime pay, it would have to been I would have to work over 6 hours because I only got
Okay.
8 hours on my first day because I didn't have me go until 8 o'clock instead of 6 o'clock. So that's 2 hours I missed out on, and then you have to actually work 40 hours before you get overtime pay. So we got paid for the picnic. We clocked out at 12, get paid for the rest of the day. But you'd have to work an extra 4 hours, and then you'd start kicking the overtime pay. So,
Okay. Yep.
needless to say, not very many people showed up for work on Friday. Like, I think I counted maybe 10 people.
Oh, no shit.
But, I need the money, so fucking I'll be
But
there.
solid first week, though.
Yeah, it's a little stressful and overwhelming for me because it's like a lot of like mechanic work, like working on engines and shit, kind of.
Oh,
I
nice.
I don't know any of that.
You will.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, say you will.
You'll learn it. Dude, humans are so conditioned after a certain point. Like, everybody looks at a job and they're like, how the fuck does somebody do that? But you know what? That person said the same thing at one point, and now look at him. So,
Oh, and really cool thing, the guy that's training me, his name's Justin. I was sitting there talking to him. We met each other's families and everything. And I got up and I kind of grunted. I'm like, ugh. He's like, ah. I'm like, I'm allowed. I'm 46. I'm like, I looked at my watch. I'm like, actually, I'll be 47 as of a month ago tomorrow. He's like, oh, your September birthday. He's like, mine too. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. He's like, yeah, mine's the second. I'm like, shut up. Like, mine's the second. I've never in my life.
birthday buddies.
I've never met anybody that shared a birthday with me. So not only do I, he's fucking the guys that training me, share a birthday. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Nice.
Well, that's good.
Aside from that, didn't do much. Watched a couple movies. I watched the 30th anniversary of the Blob remake was this weekend, so of course I had to watch that.
Wow.
Yeah.
They got the
Time
4K
flies,
coming
dude.
out of that one soon.
I don't know if I need the upgrade for that, to be honest.
I don't. I like what I got.
I got the
I
Scream Factory Blu-ray. I don't think.
Yeah, dude, that fucking cover is awesome on it.
I only want it though because I like the poster they did make for this one. Just the poster.
Okay, that's fair. Nice, dude. But good days on the railroad. So nice, dude.
Yeah.
And I like that you got a picnic in the first week too. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. But no, it's been no kids and wife here, so it's been pretty quiet, pretty boring actually. A lot of
Right.
people would enjoy it, but I'm used to the chaos of my kids running around.
It's too
Screaming.
quiet.
It is very much too quiet.
You're like, because not Chad Daddy's in that existentialism part right now where he's like Squidward and the whole like where he just goes and it's just the vacant room. He's like, what?
Yeah.
I'm all alone.
I don't like quiet. I've never liked quiet. I
So I
can't
always have music playing, man. Drown out my
music,
thoughts.
TV, something. Yeah,
Oh my lord in heaven, we have the Scubas.
he
Oh
made it.
my lord, there he is.
What's up,
All right.
Scoobs?
You
What's
know
up,
what?
buddies?
I think I've talked enough.
All
Scuba
right,
Steve, it's your turn, buddy.
we'll flip it over there.
Well,
So you're right in.
better late than never. So
You actually went through this.
my weekend was pretty cool. I worked most of the weekend, and then what did I do Saturday? Saturday was a busy day. I don't even remember what the hell I did, but the highlight of my weekend was last night. We had our very first in ring event for the wrestling that I do, and
No.
it was flipping awesome. We had a turnout of about 61 people,
Oh wow.
which,
Nice, dude.
yeah,
That's pretty good.
and they all paid. They each paid $10 to watch us get in the ring and wrestle, and it was awesome. Like
Legit
I
ring this time, or are we talking
legit
backer?
legit fucking ring.
Really? Oh
Like
shit!
yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. We had a legit ring. We had a legit venue that we were at, and it was it was fucking intense. We had a guy come out who is a professional wrestler that came and basically, gave us walkthroughs and gave us a little bit of training beforehand, just to show
Mhm.
us how to be safe and stuff. And he's agreed to teach us the correct way to do things. So everybody's like super stoked. Like it just went over so badass, man. Like it was so fucking cool. We had 6 matches. There was a band that played in the intermission.
Damn.
People actually paid to meet me. Like they paid me,
Wow.
like they could do meet and greets, and they could pick whoever they wanted, whoever they wanted to take pictures
Man, you
with and
guys had a
stuff.
fucking event.
Yeah,
That's
it
fucking
was
Holy
fucking dope.
shit!
Yeah, it was so fucking cool. So I debuted the new look for my character, which is Lord Draven.
All
I
right.
debuted the new look for him last night. New mask. Uh, Painted my face under the mask, so I didn't have to wrestle with the mask on. But I did the same kind of paint scheme that I have on my mask, and my match was fucking brutal. So it was just supposed to be a regular match that
Okay.
was a lumberjack match. So everybody on the roster came out and would stand outside the ring. If anybody, if either myself or my opponent rolled out of the ring,
They throw you back in, right?
they threw us back in, or they could whoop our ass, whichever.
Okay. I'm glad you said that because I couldn't remember. It's been a
Yeah.
minute since I've. Okay.
So it's essentially the roster is half of my faction is half of the fucking roster. So
Okay.
my faction is called Mayhem. So half of the ring was Mayhem, the other half was the Ace roster. Um, so at some point in the middle of the fucking match, the Lumberjacks decided, hey, let's make it a fucking hardcore match. And they started throwing chairs in the fucking ring, and we just went to fucking town.
Oh my god.
So, I don't did I send y'all the clip or did I just send y'all a picture?
I just saw the pictures.
I saw
I
pictures.
think I saw. Yeah.
I will send y'all the clip of a little scene that occurred in our match. I'll send it later on, but we were, like I said, we kind of ad libbed it after the fact because it was supposed to be a regular match. We had the script, we knew how it was going to go, we had everything worked out, but then they threw chairs in, and we were like, you know what, fuck it, let's go. So we just kind of went with it, and man, when I tell you this was probably the best match I've ever been in. Granted, it's the first match that was in a ring,
Right.
but was it was pretty fucking intense, man. And the crowd fucking ate it up. Now, my character, of course, is a heel. So you don't want people to cheer you. You know what I mean? You don't want
Yeah.
any of the,
Yeah. Yeah.
you want to be booed. And
Right.
man, when I tell you I was getting the boos, I was getting the boos. People were like, fuck Mayhem. It was really cool. And I was kind of bummed out. So Mel actually wrestles with us as well.
Right.
She was supposed to have her debut match last night, but she didn't get to do it because she had to pick up her boys in San Antonio last minute, so she was unable to go to the event, which sucked. But we worked it out. We got somebody else to fill the spot that she was in, and we were able to work it out. But it was surreal, man. Like just being in the ring and especially like the entrances that we did, like coming out to the entrances were fucking amazing. Like it was a good fucking time. Like it I can't explain like the feeling that you get from just being in the fucking ring and doing something that you love to do or something that you've loved watching your entire life.
Right.
So let me show you the clip real quick and then I will shut the fuck up. Hold on, let me share my screen real quick. So somebody made a meme of it already though in the group chat. So it says me and depression, and of course I'm depression. So let's bring this up right here.
Oh Jesus.
Oh, actually, let me make sure that I shared the audio because you have to hear it. Like,
Fair enough.
okay, window.
You can also upload it as local if that's easier.
No, here we go. Here we go. So, my opponent was Striker. His name, he goes by Hardcore Striker, and of course, I'm Lord Draven. So here we go. Can y'all hear it?
Nope.
No, there's no sound.
Nope.
No.
I just saw you
God.
whap that dude in the back though.
God damn it. Okay, let me download it and I'll show it here in a bit.
Yeah, all right.
But yeah, it was just fucking fun, man. Like I felt like a legit fucking wrestler.
As you
like
should.
I felt like holy shit, this is something that I've dreamt of. Like I literally have dreams from time to time where like I'm at a wrestling event and I get called to go wrestle because, you know, somebody backed out or some shit.
Right.
And so it was just cool, man. It was just fucking cool. And that was my weekend summed up in literally one day because that was the most exciting thing that happened. I'm not going to give away the ending of the match only because we're going to put it out
on YouTube. On your YouTube channel.
It's going to be on YouTube. Right. So we do a bi-weekly show.
Okay.
And we don't have a show this Thursday, but we're going to put it out for the episode next Thursday. I uploaded it. Let me see if it'll play now.
There we go. Put the lid on it, Draven.
Let me start it over. Right.
Put the lid on it, Draven.
Come on, special guys! Come on, listen to me, I'll make you champion! Come on!
Nice.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, so none of that was fucking planned. None of that was planned. That was just all ad-lib shit that we did. Now, of course, my character has like a supernatural aspect to him. So I totally ripped off the movie Halloween and stole the Cult of Thorn bullshit.
Yeah.
So my belt that I use to control everybody in my faction has the Cult of Thorn symbol on it. So I have like supernatural power. So I wasn't selling any of his hits. He would hit me, you know, like with his fists, and some things I would sell, other things I would just kind of take the hit. But that lid with the trash can, when you take a hit like that, you're supposed to put your hands up and block it with your hands. He fucking ran face first into that shit and took that. Yeah, it was great. So that's it. That's all I got. But I'm here and I'm ready. I'm ready to do this shit.
Damn. By the way, I would like to point out that John is the one that did not get the memo this week.
No
sleeves.
You know what's funny? I didn't have sleeves on. And I was like, no. I feel like I rocked no sleeves last week, and it was just a beater too, so I didn't want to, cover with the white trash.
I had to change as soon as I got home, man. My fucking work clothes, I'm like drenched in sweat.
There you go.
I do have one more thing, just a bit of good news. So I went to the doctor today. I've been diabetic since I was about 25 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Had to do insulin, had to watch what I eat, this and that. Got on a new medication. My numbers are so good, I am no longer classified as diabetic.
Nice,
I have been bumped down to pre-diabetic, which still isn't. My numbers are good, but there is a chance that I will be able to reverse this bullshit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Bro, that's awesome, man.
Congratulations.
And I am at the lowest weight that I've been since high school. I weigh 234 pounds now.
Fuck yeah, bro. I wish I could see that sometime.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Hell yeah. What's up, Heather? How you doing?
Hey,
shout
Heather.
out.
Hi,
And
Heather.
anybody that's watching, if y'all could just do me a solid and share this shit as much as possible, I would love you. You already know I do,
That
anyways.
that means you, Brody and Gene. I know you guys are out there.
That's all good. I was just sharing the shit out of it. If you're always wondering when I'm looking down, that's what I'm doing. So like Bob mentioned, I was down in the Jersey Way with him and other friends, family. It was a pretty solid weekend, man. Good drive down there for the most part. Friday, honestly, compared to last year, was way more chill, which was cool. So you definitely got to like scope around. It was the only day I did cosplay, and which is sad, but I'm going to explain why. Because Saturday, first of all, I spent way too much money at the bar this weekend. Let me note that. So Saturday, so I wouldn't do that. We were going to go out and get booze and shit in the morning, right? We're like, all right, let's go out and get our beer run, everything, get it all done so we can enjoy the rest of the day. We literally get around the fucking corner in the wife's car. Now, mind you, I told you boys last week that I was getting some shit done to it and everything like that because we had to. We were going on state, whatever. Long story short, the oil cap was not put back in the engine. And we drove all the way down to fucking Jersey, just spurting engine the whole, or spurting oil the whole fucking way. That bitch was soaked. Yeah, so there's the plaza we were in, which was a really, really big plaza. And otherwise, I would have been very excited to be there because Spirits was already open. And yeah, so there's a car place kind of there called like Four Wheel Auto. And then there was a grocery store. Well, we checked both, to which they both have oil, but they do not have the appropriate kind that we need for Jen's car. So we find the closest auto store, which is AutoZone, which is about 1.3 miles away. So we did a nice trek back and forth. Mind you, it was 95 fucking percent humidity out that morning. So yeah, I took another shower by the time I got fucking back. And the whole time I'm just I'm just focused. I'm like, I'm getting back. Hopefully we can get the shit in. Because obviously I get in, get the car going. I still got to run it back and do a diagnostics check, make sure nothing else is fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And our Tyler Maine photograph shit's like inching ever so closer in timing. And I'm like, oh my God, dude, I don't want to waste my money on something else. Like, fuck. So that's why I didn't cosplay on Saturday, because I felt my fat ass sweated well too much that morning to keep going. And yeah. And then rest of the day was pretty decent up until it was dinner time. We ordered from this place called And Pizza. Whatever. It's a chain. Fuck it. But here's the problem. They don't have their own delivery drivers, so they use fucking DoorDash. Well, I'm going to say right now, fuck DoorDash and all that shit. Yeah, $90 worth of pizza that never showed up, but supposedly was fucking delivered. That's weird.
Oh,
so that
wow.
motherfucker made off with tip and either that food or he just gave it to somebody else because he saw the amount of people at the hotel and was like, fuck this. But yeah, so then there's another trip out that we had to go and fucking get pizza made and blah, 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 blah. So we're on the way back with it. At least this is the good part of the story. And Jen and I are the only ones like waiting for the elevator. And fucking Michael Myers himself, Mr. Tyler Maine, walks over with his food. And he's going up to his room. So we shared a nice elevator ride going up. And dude's nice as shit. And because of that, I had to go the next day and go get his autograph and say hello again. And I will say, man, that night, Friday night, we were in the bar with Bob, my brother-in-law, who's 6'4". And then there's Tyler Maine, who's in the bar, who's also 6'9". I have never felt so fucking short in my goddamn life. I'm sitting there and I look and I'm like looking and my wife's like, well, this is how I feel when I'm talking to you guys. I'm like, just in the land of giants. Like, what is going?
How's it feel, asshole?
I wanted somebody to carry me. I'm not going to lie.
You're used to being the big fish in the small pond.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, oh, I want to be the little scoop.
This time he was swimming in the it's like being a baby shark in the ocean full of a big ass great white and a megalodon.
Oh man. But no, like
Damn.
dude, the show was a good fucking turnout. Saturday was fucking off the hook. They did this cool new thing where they had a bunch of like pre-food made up, which was fucking nice. And like like I said, I just got Tyler Maine's autograph, and which was nice because it was like kind of that weird, like slow part of Sunday, and there was literally nobody in his line. So fucking walked right on over. He's actually got a graphic novel coming out. He was giving, he was telling everybody, and he gave me the slip, and it's him and somebody else. But his whole thing is he he fights human trafficking. Like, long story short, he's got like a company that either it's his own or he's part of, and everything he did this weekend was donations to that. Nice. So I was like, oh fuck, yeah, nice. That's why I was like, bro, I'm like, I have to get his autograph, man. You know what I mean? Like, and I got a photo with him too. But it came down to getting the photo, and I was like, oh, they had one, and I missed out. I should have did it earlier, but they had one of him doing a sexy pose in front of a fucking, I think it was a gravestone.
Oh shit,
that was all gone. So I got the one of him choking the shit out of Danny Trejo because I'm like, man, that is like the most saddest, but like one of the best scenes in that fucking movie. I'm like, I gotta get it, dude. Like, just literally the part where he's like, oh, it's good to you, and you're like, oh, they like freeze-framed it. I'm like, oh man. But no, it was a solid week. Like Bob said, Alyssa Sutherland was there. Yeah, her lines were fucking ridiculous, dude. It was crazy.
I've been reading all the people whining about Kiefer Sutherland's line.
Yeah, but that's because people themselves are idiots and they bring way too much fucking shit. And it's like, there should be a cap. Mm-hmm. There should be a cap of like 5 items max. Like, dude, you bring anything more than 5, go fuck yourself. You're trying to sell shit at this point. You know what I mean?
I think even Steel City is starting to venture towards that. I think that's something they're implementing, or they have implemented recently.
No, they did that with Robert Englund, remember?
Yeah,
you could only sign 3 things with him.
I think it's going across the board now.
It has to.
Which it has to, because I know some people who were in that line, and they're like, we were in this line for 6 hours, and we didn't get to them. I know there's sometimes they say there's no guarantee. Well, it's like, well, then make it a guarantee. 5 items, that's it.
They also need to.
Yeah, but even at 5 items, you know they're gonna fucking try to sell 5 items.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like, keep one for yourself, and then.
And not only that, but I think they also maybe issue too many VIPs, because there were so many VIPs that were just able to push everybody else, and it's like,
that was
yo, you don't need to sell 200 VIP tickets. It should only be like 50. You know what I mean? Like, if you get that 50, cool. Other than that, sorry. I will say though, last thing before we wrap this shit up, I got some cool merch. I don't have it all right here. I got another pendant this year, which
nice.
Yeah, man. So you got a classic, and fucking hey, bro. So of course the wife and I doubled up on shirts like everything we fucking saw, because we both had the same taste. But this was an instantaneous, like, saw it and already had money.
I got that.
I have that. Yeah.
I was like, you never get Tremors, bro. Like, fucking it. Yeah, I know you.
Yeah.
That, and then there's another one that I'll give a shout out to, but it's Pizza Party Printing. I know Bob and I both have some shit from them, but I picked up their fucking thing shirt, dude.
Yeah, nice. I was thinking about that, but
sweet.
I'm like, I can wait.
No, man, it was a good time. Can't wait to do it again, minus the bullshit that obviously did happen, but we didn't let it completely sway our weekend. Yeah, and then today I literally didn't do fucking dick, because I just I've been tired from all the fucking weekends. But I did watch this movie, to which I'm ready to talk about now, and that would be 1984's Night of the Comet. Chad, Daddy, whose pick is this, bud?
This was my pick.
Bro, take it away.
All right, Night of the Comet, released November 16th, 1984. It is the first comet to buzz the planet in 65 million years, and everyone seems to be celebrating its imminent arrival. Everyone, that is, except Regina Belmont and her younger sister Samantha, 2 Valley girls who care more about fashion trends than the celestial phenomenon. But upon daybreak, when the girls discover that they're the only residents of Los Angeles whom the comet hasn't vaporized or turned into a zombie, they do what all good Valley girls do. They go shopping, but when their day of mauling threatens to become a day of mauling, these gals flee with killer zombies and blood-seeking scientists in hot pursuit.
Yeah.
Directed by Tom Eberhardt, sole survivor, Captain Ron. Also written by Tom Eberhardt, All I Want for Christmas, Honey, I Blew Up the Kid.
What?
The lesser of the sequels, but it still had Rick Moranis. Produced by Andrew Lane, Valley Girl, Mortal Passions, and Wayne Crawford, Barracuda, and Valley Girl. Take it away, Bobby.
Starring Catherine Mary Stewart, The Last Starfighter, Weekend at Bernie's as Regina Reggie Belmont, Kelly Maroney, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Chopping Mall as Samantha Sam Belmont, Robert Beltran, Star Trek Voyager, Nixon as Hector Gomez, Sharon Farrell, Lone Wolf McQuaid, Can't Buy Me Love as Doris, Mary Warnov, Terror Vision, Chopping Mall as Audrey White, Jeffrey Lewis, The Lawnmower Man, The Devil's Rejects as Dr. Carter, Peter
Yeah.
Fox, Airport 77, Mother's Day as Dr. Wilson, John Acorn, Beverly Hills Cop, Book of Love as Oscar, Michael Bowen, Kill Bill Volume 1, Cabin Fever 2 as Larry Dupree, Devin Erickson, Baby Comes Home, The Mystic Warrior as Minder. There are a lot of fucking names in this.
I was say this is a long ass cast.
I know, I'm like, don't fuck it up.
You're doing good so far, Bobby.
Janice. Oh no, Lissa, right?
That's what I was gonna say. Is that Lissa? Yeah, Lissa Layens, close enough. Say Yes, The Dollhouse Murders as Davenport, Janice Kaway. There we go. Captain Planet and the Planeteers, all grown up as Sarah, and Chance Boyer, One Man Force, Arachnophobia as Ryan. Body
Fucking
count total.
Shit, I
We
forgot to
do
write
not
that
have
down.
a total.
I do.
The body count total was the entire
Earth.
fucking world.
Yeah,
so-
right.
The Earth.
So we're just gonna go with Earth.
Everyone.
And
Everyone on the planet.
Gene?
Lord
Hey, Gene.
Scoops. Hi, Gene.
Music by David Campbell, All the Right Moves, Mind Games, cinematography by Arthur Albert, Happy Gilmore, Beverly Hills Ninjas, two movies I love, edited by Fred Stafford, Conan the Barbarian, Jake Speed, effects and makeup by David B. Miller, The Terminator and Watchers, distributed by Atlantic Releasing Corporation, runtime of 95 minutes, MPAA rating PG-13, budget $700,000, grossed $14.4 million.
Wow.
Pretty respectable.
Wow.
All right, real quick. I'm just gonna get right into it though. I was definitely a little bored watching this.
Was this your first watch?
No.
Yes. And also agree with Bob. I was falling asleep.
Not my first watch, but even the first time I saw this, I'm like, I get where they were going, but I felt like they missed something. And then I watch it now.
There wasn't really a lot of action.
No, there wasn't. And I'm like, this movie's missing something. What the fuck is it missing? And I'm like, I couldn't,
Zombies.
I just couldn't place my finger on it for the time I was watching it. And then you say action,
Yeah.
and I'm like, there you go.
Well, I feel as, and that's the reason I jumped on late was because I was finishing it up. I was super tired today, so I called into work, so I didn't even go to work today. But I had doctor's appointments and stuff too, so that's why I didn't go. But I tried to watch it. I fell asleep. So I didn't think I was going to be on tonight because I wasn't going to be able to finish it. But I ended up finishing it. And it was just it's a good movie. It's a good B movie. It's a classic, but it just doesn't have that oomph.
Yeah.
Even the climax of the movie was kind of, there really wasn't a climax. There was really no point to where any of our characters felt like they were in a real danger. Even the mall scene was just kind of like, well, they have Uzis, like,
I love
they're
that
gonna be
everybody
good.
has Uzis though, man. That feels
Yeah.
so 80s to me. Like,
So 80s, bro. So everybody had an Uzi in the 80s.
fucking
And
right,
the
bro.
movie,
Like,
Uzi
straight
9
in a pocket,
millimeter.
the
movie
movie
is
is
just, dude, even the lobby of the theater was just like, I
80s.
was watching. I'm like, fuck yeah. I've been to a theater like that. Like that.
I miss it.
Yeah, it's very nostalgic. It has a very nostalgic feel. There's just really not a lot of action and real drama that would. I guess it's my ADD,
No.
my ADHD that kept me from.
No, there's just more like, okay. I want to do like the manager sandwich here. I want to give a good, a bad, and then a good. So I feel like cinematography wise and shit, like I really liked a lot of the shots, especially with just the
Yeah.
cityscape and the coloring. Looked
Yeah.
fucking cool as hell, right? So like anytime you see like those scapes and everything, those are cool. Even when you see like the underground facility for the first time, and you see like that
long
like
hallway.
matte painting of it, like cool as fuck, I thought. But right, it's more of there's just not that a lot happens. Like you get the one
Yeah.
guy who attacks outside the door. Now, granted, most people disintegrated because you think most people are knowing this comet shower is going over. They want to go out and watch it. So boom, they're fucking dust. So it would make sense that this isn't going to be like a zombie movie per se, where you're going to have like hordes of mass people.
Yeah.
But
But it just seems like I don't know. Maybe just because everything happens so fast, like they weren't in true survival mode yet. Like they were, but you know what I mean? Like they didn't really have to like scavenge for food and stuff yet. I don't know. I feel like if it had just a little bit more tension, maybe like the mall dudes needed to like dip out and then come back. Like they needed to be an extra like protagonist in it, just fucking with the sisters. I don't know.
I'm gonna play off kind of what you said, because the next morning, even when the two sisters are around, there was no sense of urgency, and there was also no sense of like when like when you let's just say you lose like a member of family or someone who's close to you, and you just like you feel deflated.
Right.
There was no feeling of
No, they didn't really seem to
Fucking-
care. They didn't-
fucking Christ.
Well, yeah,
like,
I mean,
like
they really didn't know what happened to their dad, and there was really no way of finding
I mean,
out if their dad.
The older sister just
died or
the
not.
older sister just assumed he's dead. Because like that's
Yeah.
what when she was telling that one dude who wanted is like, I gotta go check for my family. She's like, you know they're dead though. And he's like, yeah, but I still need to know. You know what I mean? Like it's I don't know. But you're right. Like the sister came out and she was like, oh, cool. I just
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But was that their mom or their stepmom?
Stepmom.
Because I
Well,
feel that
yeah.
was total stepmom.
Yeah, they could give a shit about her. Like
Yeah, she was a cunt,
Of course she was.
she was a cunt, dude.
Yeah.
Big time.
huge cunt.
I was not expecting the punch. Like I was like, oh, we're gonna get a
No,
slap
she
battle. and then
socked her right in her
Yeah,
fucking
she did.
face.
Holy shit.
And she really did
Oh,
hit
the
her, by the
80s.
way.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Wow.
It's in my notes, but I guess the actress Kelly Maroney, she just didn't feel like she was selling the slap enough. So she told her, just really hit me.
No shit.
all right.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
Brody, don't go sticking a stick in it. All right, leave it where it is. Don't touch it.
You've seen Slither. Don't do it.
Right.
You've watched the Blob. Don't touch it.
Make somebody else do it, man.
Yes,
And like I
then
said,
run
I watched The
away.
Blob this weekend, so that is perfect timing.
It is. That's weird. I feel like because just you know what it is. We've had so many potential like Comet movies, like The Blob, Killer Clowns, all this stuff, where like just so much more happens, and this is just like two girls like figuring it out. This
There was no sense.
What was the movie?
Like-
It's like mid 2000 Carriers. You guys ever watch that?
No.
Kind of gave me that same vibe. It's just apocalypse thing. Think zombies, but there actually is no zombies. It's just a disease that's literally killing fucking people off. So like once you're infected, you're pretty much fucked. And it's just a very more like them trying to figure out their next move, but like not a lot happens. But that one has a lot more character progression because there's like four people bouncing off each other. Like I feel like the sisters don't really do much with each other as far as
Besides
like they
Sean.
argue about the guy. That's about it. They're like, oh, way to take the last cute dude in the world. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. And maybe that's just 80s bad writing by dudes. Not
Well, but
This
I don't know.
must-
Chad has it in.
This is also very much, remember, they're Valley Girls. They're a
true.
product of their time.
So I don't know if Chad has it in his notes or not, but the director or the writer reached out to school age girls that he knew,
Okay.
and asked
Mhm.
them how they would react. What would they do if they woke up
That makes sense.
and this occurred? And so he basically wrote this from their answers.
Yeah, they'd go to the mall, stupid shit like that. That's what
Yeah.
teenage girls would do back then.
So Gene says this is one of the greatest zombie alien films ever.
Ah,
I
I
am
gotta
going to
disagree.
hard
Gene.
disagree on that one, homie.
I'm
I
not.
gotta disagree.
I'm not even gonna disagree. I'm just gonna go no.
I enjoyed this. I always enjoy this movie. It just has. It's one of those films that I can put on and watch, and I know what's going on, even if I just have it on as background noise. It's not the best movie. It's not action packed. There's really not a lot going on, but it's just one of those flicks. But it's like this, like with the cinematography. I love just seeing like a barren
Yeah,
L.A.
that shit
and I
looked
love
cool as
how they
hell,
pulled that
dude.
off. I love how they pulled that off, and I'm sure Chad Daddy has that in his notes. I love how they pulled that off.
Yep.
Like it's so fucking cool. I just wish that there was just a little bit more.
Something.
Yeah.
Give me that dread feeling. One of the sisters should have been sick too, or something.
That, or
Or
if they end up like she's got to like do something more with the kids, put the kids more in danger or something like
Yes.
that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, because she rescued them way too fucking easy.
granted, she's kind of trained, which is,
Yeah.
that explains a lot too. If they weren't trained people, they probably wouldn't be where they were. But so I don't know, man. I like the idea. I like the premise, but man, this is one where I'm going to say, like, yeah, you could easily reboot this shit. Still keep it in the 80s. So that way it makes sense with like the whole shopping montage and shit. Cause like, I don't really know what you would do with that nowadays. It would just be like, oh, my cell phones don't work. What the fuck? Like,
Yes, my other issue with this movie was I don't understand what those scientists were trying to do with the blood. Like they say, we're trying to find a serum, and I'm like,
well, they
what
were,
other
but they were.
So I'm like, so what other solution are you going to do with this blood? I don't see you doing anything with You're sitting there pumping it as if you're going to do
I
something.
think
That's
their main
because-
intent was to basically give themselves blood transfusion after blood transfusion as much as they could.
Well, they were
to prolong.
See why they were affected and the other people weren't.
Right.
Which, of course, we as the audience know is because they were in the steel building and it protected them from. Which kind of doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
to
why
me.
would steel? Like it would be lead.
Hold on.
Maybe.
Not just that. The scientists say, "Oh, well, we got infected because they kept the fans on, and it got in the air ducts, whatever, and it infected them." Air conditioners.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
You could the steel shed. I'm pretty sure wasn't 100% sealed, or else she would have fucking sweated her ass off all fucking
so
night.
you say air conditioner, but maybe that projection booth, 84 wise, maybe it doesn't. It might have been just a legit sealed room besides like the glass where it shoots it through.
I mean,
don't
like,
know.
I still just, I don't know. Like, I felt the solution they were trying to get I don't know. Something just, I didn't like that. It just didn't work for me because it's like, I thought it was obvious. They were inside, everybody else was outside. You were outside, you were fucked.
But one thing I do like about the whole serum aspect of it is it's kind of how it would play out in real life. They're not going to have the serum right away.
No.
They're not going to have the answers right away. So they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They think, oh, well, these people weren't infected. Let's just see what's in their fucking blood. Let's get as much of this as we, and maybe it was 4 transfusions,
But I also like the fact that they are becoming dumber as they go along.
Oh, yeah.
Dehydration.
Yeah.
So they just are forgetting what they're doing. They're like, how much blood are we supposed to take? 300 cc's. And the one's like, I'm pretty sure that might kill them. Nah, we're good.
Nah, they'll be fine. They're brain dead.
Yeah,
But
clearly
also,
not.
And yes,
fucking moving their fingers and shit.
Yes, Taylor, I want the instant serum. That's what I want, please.
This is not Resident Evil, Bobby.
Yeah, but they had
That's why
that shit already made anyways. That's before it happened. So they already
This is in the 80s where none of this shit was made. We're like, we don't know what we're doing here.
Gene, I'm not saying it can't be one of your jams. It definitely can be. For me, man, I feel like I've watched a lot of apocalyptic potential zombie movies, and there's just, dude, like to me, like I'd rather watch Night of the Living Dead if I'm going to watch a Comet movie that's going to give me zombies, like any day of the week.
We've said a lot, and Chad's been very
I know. I'm waiting for
quiet.
Chad to just come back in.
Come on, Chad Daddy.
I disagree. I love this movie. It's
No, that's fine.
it
That's
means
what we were
movie.
hoping for.
And I think that the problems that you guys have are just kind of what adds to the charm of it being a B movie.
Yeah.
There is no explanation. We don't need one to further the story along.
I don't need an explanation. I just need something to happen.
That too. Yeah, that too.
But it's because there's so few people left. It's what are these people going to do when they have all this extra free time on their hands? And there's nobody around to tell them no, you can't do that. They're probably going to go shopping and get whatever the hell they want.
No, I get it, man. I just there's been a few movies where we've watched, and anytime I've had to rewind a movie more than twice because I'm like, wait, what the fuck just happened? I don't even remember. That to me, I don't know. It's a hard sell.
Although, did they say what it was that the comet did? Like, was it radiation? No. Was it?
No, it just fucking evaporated them.
Yeah,
because I don't understand what it could have been that could have just got sucked into the ventilation into an underground lab.
Just whatever was on that comet dust just makes things fucking dehydrate, which I do kind of I dig the idea. They were like, oh, the last time this came around was when the dinosaurs. It's like, cool. But now I'm thinking like, yo, man, show me zombie dinosaurs, bro. Like, what the fuck?
Now that would be cool.
I'm still pissed.
I maybe just want more dehydrated people.
Now you made me think of the fucking Daybreakers with the fucking vampire chimps that I want.
Hell yeah, I want that too. That'd be awesome.
Zombie dinosaurs, goddammit.
Zombie dinosaurs and vamp chips. There's a combo. Versus.
Oh my god.
Sci-Fi Channel. Get on it. I can understand why people, maybe if I saw this earlier on, but like Scoobs mentioned, man, I feel like it's just, I need things to like keep my attention. And if it's just more than just like static shit of just people being people for more than like 5 minutes, I'm like, okay, I don't care anymore because I could just go watch this shit outside.
It is kind of funny though. It is kind of funny though. Within a couple years span, we got 2 mall-based movies with Kelly Maroney in it. I mean, 3 technically if you want to count Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
This is true.
Wait, second,
Chopped him off.
Okay, I was gonna say, I was like, I'm assuming that'd be the obvious, but I'm just thinking, I'm like, is there any other mall-based horror movies that?
And it was filmed at the same fucking mall.
Now you know what? The only other mall-based, well, I guess, Dawn of the Dead and Eight-Legged Freaks.
Phantom of the Mall.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Phantom of the Mall. Eric's Revenge.
Oh yeah.
I don't know that one. Do we
that
do that one?
No, Gene said Mallrats.
Mallrats, yeah.
I love Mallrats.
Not the director's cut. Not the director's cut.
Well, what's wrong with the director's cut?
It's way too fucking long, bro.
What she said.
Like, I love Kevin Smith.
You get a couple extra seconds of fucking the Rook's ass.
Yeah, but
yeah.
I don't know, man. So, you know what? Usually that's a hot take because usually I'm like, no, director's cut's always better. That was one where I was like, I
would have to go back and rewatch
streamed
it.
up.
It's been a long time since I've seen the director's cut one time, so
it has been a minute. No, but Chad, I mean, give us your takes, dude. Like you said, you really genuinely enjoy this movie. So
I don't know what it is. It just has this charm to it. It's that whole 80s feel. I remember, the whole, and this actually was a little before Halley's Comet, but that even gets mentioned in the movie. Funny enough,
I do like the fact that also you kind of figure out like the world is getting wiped out before it gets to them.
Yeah, because they say they lost radio contact and everything.
Yeah, all telecommunications shit.
I'm still kind of left wondering, like, is there any chance of other survivors, or is that it? Is the human race done? Because if it's just them that's left over, we're extinct.
There has to be other survivors. With as lucky as they were just to randomly be in the right place at the right time, other people had to have had that same dumb luck.
Oh, you got to think.
I'm thinking so.
There's got to be probably like a ton of cults that were like that Heaven's Gate cult, like a lot of Doomsday comic cults that would have been underground and safe and secure.
You don't think they would have went Jonestown on that moment? They're like, "Woo, it's here."
I don't know. They might have.
There could have been other scientists as well that were able to hide away and do the things correctly. There could have been people working underground, and then just got fucking lucky doing that.
You're like down in the salt mines or something like that. You're taking your fucking ride up, and you're just like, "What the fuck?"
yeah.
Shift in the coal mines.
Fucking right, man. No, it's maybe that's what it could have explored more. I mean, did they ever make a sequel to this or no?
No.
But like other like if they did, I would want it more around the world, different spots, like something like that. People awakening up.
Brody.
Brody, if the Bible's correct,
Dude, I was gonna
all
go
started
there.
off
God
racing
damn it,
spot
Scoops!
anyways.
I was like, this is
I'm just saying.
this is a Bible connection thing, man. We're gonna have 2 sons or 2 kids, and
Well, at least the kids weren't related, you know.
Not that we know of.
no,
whatever.
but
And you know, I was sitting there thinking, okay, if this is all that's left, okay, well at least they're not related. They're not related. So if these two have kids, and so like I'm trying to calculate like how far it would have to go before it was actually fucking
before the
incest.
crossover.
Yeah, before the crossover.
Well, luckily,
fucking
that
fit.
other dude showed up, the arcade kid.
Yeah,
Which-
so there's one more bloodline before it's crossed.
Which that seemed kind of. I didn't know if that was going to go anywhere more with it. Like, I'm glad they kind of went back to it, but it was just like, oh, some.
The one
kid
thing
with
I
a
thought
fucking
about that
Mercedes.
was what I thought about that was really, really stupid though. Was after she finally beat his score, his name just completely disappeared instead of just
No,
dropping
it would
down.
drop down.
Yeah.
I was mad about that too. I'm like, that's not how score systems fucking work.
This was
Like,
the
okay.
80s. Everything gets going into oblivion.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I like that she had a video game addiction though, man. And she was definitely like, nope, I need all top leaderboard. That was cool. I mean, like I said, I like the aesthetic of this film. I love the whole scenes in the mall, like especially when it started popping, girls just want to have fun. I knew that was going to happen before it even fucking happened. For some reason, it just felt like it was going to be natural to it.
But I like though how that song is a remake.
Yeah,
I mean, I was just singing.
it's like a year after the song came out, and it was already a remake.
I mean, I was singing personally, "Girls Just Want to Have Lunch" while I was watching it.
But no, going back to the whole thing, and I think maybe that's why, while they're at the mall, why the guys got the drop on them so quickly is because girls legit thought they were alone now. They hadn't really run into anybody else aside from Chakotay.
Right.
So, I don't know.
I mean,
you guys, I don't know what else to say, really.
No, 80s mall would be a fun place to have, like, chill out, dude.
Shut up,
There's
Joe.
Fucking apocalyptic area. Basic Bible B basic. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just, like I said, I love the empty city looks. Anytime you see that's a character in itself. It's just the empty city.
Definitely.
And
did you catch the God damn it. The poster on the door when the guy that she banged at the beginning gets pulled out by the zombie.
I saw Lon Chaney on one.
It says Red Dust.
It's a movie called Red Dust.
Oh.
No,
yeah, it's for a movie called Red Dust, and they turned into Red Dust.
I feel like we should have got a couple more of those, like those people though, like the super dehydrated people.
Yeah, I feel like like I said, there would have been homeless people that shacked up random places. There should have been a little bit more of these dehydrates. That's what we'll call them. Yeah. Throughout the city, and I feel like that would have caused a little bit more.
Right.
Of
like, where's all the cooks that were in the walking coolers at those moments in time? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, what we should have got? Homeless zombies versus chuds.
Ooh. Fuck yeah, bro! That'd be awesome.
Oh yeah, that would.
They're super dehydrated, so they start eating the chuds. Oh,
bloody disgusting! If you're listening, get this word out.
Yeah, it's versus chuds. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like. Maybe because I set myself up in my head and I was just like, ooh, maybe this will be like Night of the Creeps. And it wasn't like Night of the Creeps.
No.
Damn it.
No. Yeah. I could have told you to set your sights lower for that.
And maybe that's what it was, dude. You know what I mean? Maybe it was the whole situation of watching Evil Dead 2013 before going watch Rise. Like, you're just like, damn it. Shouldn't have done that. But y'all want to hear what our beloved DKB has to say?
Yes, I do.
All right. Let's pull in.
Well, howdy fucking doody there, folks. It's your DKB here, back for another episode of Gore and More. And this week I'm here to talk to you about Night of the Comet. Just going to dive straight into it. I love the overall visual representation of this film, that whole 80s aesthetic, that style, tone, whatever it is throughout the color grading, the lighting. Just that overall visual representation of what the 80s was truly about. I can definitely tell you now that the sound design, when that comes in laid over the top of the finished product throughout the soundtrack, oh my God, it's like nostalgia. If you really wanted to make a modern day, like if you wanted to make an 80s styled film today, I'd personally go back and have a look through this film for that visual representation of what 80s was and was all about. You know, you've got your cinema, the arcade, the shopping mall, the clothes that the characters wear, just that whole get up of everything just molded into one, and just really knows how to capture the essence of that 80s. And I fucking thought that was actually pretty cool, even though it was a product of a time that was filmed in the 80s. But it just looks so good today to even see it on the screen. And like, I think I watched this in 1080p, whatever, and I think it still holds up. So it's really cool to, like, even if you just mute this film and you watch it for the imagery, you definitely know what time, what era this was made. And I thought that was really cool how they're able to capture that. Yeah, so the characters in this film I thought were done pretty damn fine to me. The two lead actresses really fucking killed it in this film. I thought they bounced off each other pretty damn well at times. I mean, you definitely have the older sister who was a bit of a leader, the rebel. Then you have the younger sister who was a little bit of a dimwit. But yeah, they were still able to collaborate together. And just the dialogue between the two definitely captured a little bit of realism in there too, how they were able to sort of bounce back and forth between siblings. And I thought that was done well. I kind of felt I was a little bit bummed that we didn't get any more zombies. I mean, we sort of got to know what they were in this world now, a bit of a cannibalistic, but they were sort of switched on at the same time. They knew what they were doing to an extent. So I kind of wish that we had got a little bit more of them, but for what we got, it was still pretty damn cool. Then you have these bloodthirsty punks that pretty much take over a shopping mall. The leader of those punks was fucking awesome. He's probably my favourite character in this film, and I only wish we had got a little bit more of. He kind of felt to me like the Joker from the DC comics, maybe because of the visual representation of his face, how it's sort of stretched out a little bit long to that extent with the beak nose and the longer chin type thing. I don't know, he just sort of had this bit of charisma about him, these characteristics of the Joker, and he was a little bit over the top with his performance. But it was just, every time he was on screen, I was like, oh my God, I really wanted to, see a little bit more of him. And then we have the government. They sort of come in and sort of take over. So, yeah, you have a little bit of zombies in the first quarter of the film. The middle, it's these punks, and then the last fucking part of the film, scientists that sort of come in. They're just fucking idiots. Let's just say that, They think they know everything. They know fuck all. Anyway, they're a bunch of dicks. When you watch this film, I won't spoil shit. Check it out. You need to. So probably the biggest thing I have a problem with this film is for the fact that we don't actually start getting like proper violence or action or anything until like the last 40 minutes of the film. I actually had a fucking look. It took like 50 minutes for this film to actually get into something like pretty damn fucking good. I'm not saying that the first 50 minutes was shit by means. I just felt like we'd already set up the premise in the first 10 to 15 minutes, and yet we somewhat linger on these two siblings for like another like 20, 30 minutes, whatever it is, and then the good shit starts happening. So I really didn't need that. Cut the majority of that shit out. I don't give a fuck even if it cuts 20 minutes out of the film and we have an hour-length film. It would have been better for me personally, just would have captured my attention a little bit more, because realistically, I was dozing off throughout the first half of this film. And like, I'm not saying this film's shit by any means, and I totally understand the direction they were heading in now after watching it, but when I first tried to watch it a couple of years ago, I turned it off, and I knew I turned it off for a reason and never finished it, and that was for that reason. So thank fuck I was able to actually sit down today and probably watch it from start to finish and review it for that. But yeah, like, at the end of the day, it took a little bit too long to get into it, and last half was like fucking cool as fuck. So yeah, at the end of the day, I think it's definitely worth your time to go out and watch this film. It definitely has that B-movie cult status in the horror community. I see it every now and then pop up from time to time, and and I can really appreciate it for the extremely low budget that it had, and it grows back a fucking fair bit from my understanding. So, definitely go and suss it, see what you reckon, and if it's not for you, throw it in the trash, whatever the fuck you want to do with it. But anyway, this is your DKB giving it a Gore score of a 3.5. And
Wow.
I shall catch you gentlemen next week. I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say about the fucking film. And yeah, keep on keeping on. Peace.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brody.
Thank you, Brody.
Doppelganger, Kanga. All right.
Real quick, I mean, I have a tornado warning here, so if I just go bye-bye, that's what happened.
As long as you don't go fly,
That's right.
you're okay.
But I've always wanted to fly.
I believe
Don't do it,
I
Bobby.
can. No.
Counter,
You're not going to end
counter
up
it
in
by doing the
Oz.
helicopter.
Yeah,
right.
Start
For
swinging
sure.
that meat mountain.
You fight the tornado with that meat mountain. I want to see that movie, Bobby versus the tornado.
It's got to call it Meat Mountain versus Tornado.
So I want to reiterate on something that Bob was talking about when that was the stock boy leader. I don't know what you want. I can't remember what his name was. I know it said it on the thing, whatever. I did like his character, and I'm glad Brody mentioned that. And that's why I feel like maybe they shouldn't have killed him off in the way they did. Like, it would have brought him back as like another like extra antagonist into it. Just because he had a cool fucking look. I wasn't getting Joker, but for some reason my vibe that I was getting was he reminded me of Christopher Lloyd from fucking Roger Rabbit.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes.
With a sweet
The
glass.
judge.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, all right. So Brody gave us a 3.5. Is there anything else that we feel we need to talk? We're at an hour, so I feel like I got what I said.
I want to hear what Chad has behind the curtain of this one.
All right.
I also want to know like if there was more to it and they just couldn't do it or whatever. But Chad, give us that rundown.
All right. So when cheerleader Samantha Belmont is playing at the radio station as a disc jockey, she says she's taking requests from all you teenage Comet zombies. That was actually the working title of the film.
Really?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Or Comet Mutant Zombies, whatever it was she said. But yeah, that was the actual working. Also, Kelly Maroney improvised the Uzi line when the weapon jammed for real. Director Tom Eberhardt told the cast to react to any unexpected occurrences in character, since time and budget were tight and they needed to avoid retakes.
We talking about the AK line?
That, and I think when it jammed, that she just kind of rolled her eyes.
Yeah. But that was a common occurrence, though, wasn't it? I feel like I remember that back in the day. Where like AKs can get fucking like mud in them and shit. They're like, all right, we're still fucking good.
Yeah, let's go.
Fucking A, bro.
I got something.
The two police officers who were seen riding motorcycles in Samantha's Nightmare were actually location cops who worked on the movie, stopping traffic so filming can be done.
So, thank you for bringing that scene up. That was another thing that I was going to kind of poop on a little bit. That's two zombie scenes that were both fucking dreams. They weren't even real.
Yeah.
That pissed me off.
And
like,
that was the best. And that was the best zombie makeup of the whole movie.
It was like, what the
Yeah.
fuck, dude? I mean, granted, thank you. One dream scene. We got her to get down to her skivvies, and we're like, all right. My interest is peaked.
It was like the nightmare scene in American Werewolf in London.
Yes.
Oh, give me some recollection here. I'm fucking brain farting.
When David has the nightmare where the Nazi zombie things.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. As soon as you said that, I was like, yep, Nazi werewolf zombies. Hell yeah. All right, what else we got, buddy?
So this is what Scoob's talking to. The scenes of an empty Los Angeles were filmed in the morning on normal business days. The shots of the barren city were done quickly while the traffic was held up at stoplights.
You're good, Scoobs.
Wow,
I
that's
got you.
actually, yeah. Oh, okay. I like that actually. I don't know why. I like that fact.
Yeah, right there, Scoobs.
He was just laughing because I muted him because he was eating his chips. Don't need crunching over what you're telling him. Right? Remember when Bob used to get yelled at by Boss Man all the time back in the
He
day?
always, every episode, he was sitting there eating.
I would be like eating Skittles or some fucking shit, dude.
I got hungry.
That's all right. It happens.
Continue.
Chance Boyer, who plays the little boy survivor Brian, is the real-life son of actress Sharon Farrell, who played Doris the Cunt in the film.
Doris the cunt.
I threw that part in there. This is Doris. She was a cunt.
She was,
Oh
dude.
my god, yes, 100% was.
I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't kind of disagree with her little shtick on the chain of command thing, but she was still a bitch.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
It's
she's still a
fucking
bitch.
amazing.
Let's change it.
Might be a chain of command, but if it's a stepmom, sorry, yours a little chink in your chain here, honey.
Ooh. Go bad or good. What else we got, buddy?
Let's see. The movie theater featured in the beginning of the movie is the historic El Rey Theater at 5515 Wilshire Boulevard in Los Angeles, California.
Nice. Is that
Also,
the theater we get? What was the movie where like everybody was going to see shit and like everybody was dressed up, but it was just like generic stuff?
Oh, popcorn.
Was that what it was?
Yeah,
Was
it
that
yeah.
at El Rey as well?
no, they filmed that in Jamaica.
Oh wow, way off. Okay, never mind. I still love that beginning scene, dude, because I just like
Yeah.
that's Monster Mania, but it's like I don't know, like maybe
It's
that's what we should do, Bob. Let's just do generic fucking monster or alien costumes.
dude.
See,
I
that's-
would love to.
It's funny you bring it because that's why I love the beginning of Chasing Amy, because it was shot at Comic-Con. That's what Comic-Cons are like.
Yeah, right. That's true. Man, I haven't watched Chasing Amy in a fucking minute. We were talking random fucking View Askew shit today.
And funny thing, I was just thinking the other day that I wanted to watch the Clerks animated series, so I dug the DVDs out.
I was gonna say I have it on DVD.
Hell yeah.
Well, you can't see it anywhere else, really. I don't think.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. What else we got, homie?
Kelly Maroney kept one of the two cheerleader outfits that she wore in this film.
Mm.
Yeah,
I like the blue.
She did.
I like the blue and pink one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
That was the one she wore in the beginning, right?
Yeah, that's the one right next to you guys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The production designer John Muto used what he describes as a comic book sensibility for the film's overall look. Characters were given specific colors, with the bad guys, in blues and grays, and the sisters in brighter colors. Regina's colors were deeper than Samantha's to reflect Regina being more intellectual than Samantha, and Samantha was wackier than Regina. For example, Samantha's cheerleading outfit is magenta and turquoise. Which
I like it. Yo, did
Yeah.
you notice, man? And I don't know what it is in me. Anytime I hear this, like my brain starts thinking like inflation and like what it would be. Dude, she said she spent $80 on that sweater in '84.
Dude, the fucking
What would that be now?
dude.
Like,
Okay, just think about this. The guy selling the little antenna bobber things
yeah,
in the theater was selling them for $9.50
fuck,
and
dude.
$1984, which
Right?
shows
Holy
a quarter.
That should have been like $1 at the most, maybe.
I wouldn't even
Yeah.
give a fuck at that time.
I mean, obviously, I wasn't even fuck, man. I still had a year to go before I popped out. So,
I was only 2.
but
I
yeah,
was
man, that
swimming
is
around.
kind of. Well, wait, when were? I mean, like, I feel like dollar stores were super heavy in the '90s. I don't necessarily remember them in the '80s, but maybe.
There was like 5 and dime stores in the 80s. It wasn't like
Okay.
Dollar General or anything like that. None of those existed. But it was
Just
like
saying, man. OG dollar stores for me, dude. I got so many comics from them, dude, and they were all Image comics and shit, dude. Fucking yeah.
Dude, I can remember there was this very, very short period of time where you could buy like recent comics at Walmart.
Yes. Dude, they still have comics, but the shit they have now is like, it's some way different. I've never heard of it or anything like that.
Anytime
Like,
I see them, it's like the packs of like DC comics. But like you could just legit buy just individual issues. They had a little rack and everything.
nice. Yeah, I miss those days, dude. I miss just going to the deli when they had new issues and shit like that. Fucking, there was this one that always had the comics right next to the deli, so the old man would fucking order a shit, and I'd be like, "Oh fuck yeah!"
I started my comic collection at a pharmacy that was in downtown, and Gene probably remembers. It was called Caruso's. And we always go there and
Nice.
get new comics. Yeah.
Nice, awesome. All right, what else we got for some sweet nugs?
Let's see. Catherine Mary Stewart did almost all of her own stunts except for riding the motorcycle through Los Angeles. The long shots of her on the motorcycle are a stunt woman, while the close-ups are Stewart done. It was done by putting the motorcycle on top of a flatbed truck.
Oh, seems easy enough.
Fair enough.
That's common. They do that in a lot of movies.
Yep. Nice.
When Samantha is arguing with her stepmother Doris in the beginning, actress Sharon Farrell actually slapped Kelly Maroney for real. Maroney felt like she wasn't getting the right reaction to Farrell's fake slaps to her, and asked Farrell to slap her for real in order to get an authentic response. She also didn't want to waste too many more takes and wanted to wrap up the scene due to the low budget.
What other movie did that? I mean, I'm sure that's happened in many
Jaws.
movies. No, that's not the one. I'm thinking more of a comedy, and it's kind of recent. This Is the End. You ever seen
Yes.
that?
Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah.
When Michael Cera gets fucking slapped by Rihanna, like that.
Rihanna.
Shit,
Oh yeah, yeah.
that
That's
shit
what it
was
was.
legit.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
he actually was like, "Hey, can I touch your butt?" She's like, "Only if I can actually slap you." And she fucking she hit him hard in that shit.
I'll bet it was worth it. I'll bet it was worth it.
I got.
Oh yeah,
Bro,
totally fucking worth it.
If Michael Cera was like, "Yo, can I touch your ass, but you could hit me?" He'd be like, "Fucking A, bro." He's getting that powder like slap shit when those two.
Oh my
I meant
God.
touch Rihanna's
like-
ass, but whatever. I
What's
like
that?
how John flipped it the other
Yeah, I like how John flipped it because I was talking about. I was agreeing with touching Rihanna's
I
ass.
just want
yeah.
to
Like,
slap the shit
Michael
out of
Cera
fucking.
touching my
I
ass.
want to slap the shit out of Michael Cera just because I hate him so much, dude. Like,
Dude, that's
Just
Scott
like-
Pilgrim. What do you do to you?
listen, I love Scott Pilgrim, but it's just like, do something different. Act a
Okay,
different way.
He's got a point
You're
there.
the
He's
same
got a
fucking
point there.
character in every goddamn movie.
I love how you flipped it on its head there.
Here, you can slap my ass, but I'm gonna slap the
Right?
shit out of you, boy.
Wild
Oh,
card.
God.
All right, what else you got, Chad?
Okay, I've already talked about that. Let's see. As Regina emerges from the movie theater the morning after the Comet, a poster for Death Race 2000 can be seen on the on the theater door, and Murray Warrenoff appears in both films.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
I've never watched a Death Race movie.
Me neither.
Like either. I don't know. What was it? Wasn't it Jason Statham that like redid?
I was
that?
just gonna say he was in one of them, the more recent ones,
Probably the
He
first
redid it,
first
yeah.
one I thought, right? And then
I think.
I know the motherfucker that played Liu Kang was in them. That was like the only reason I was thinking about watching it. But I was like, ah. But all right.
Anyway,
Okay, let's see. Where was I? So Mary Warrenoff initially had doubted the film would have any longevity, saying in 1986 that it's not a cult movie at all, it's a fad movie. She wanted to explain that the film will date very quickly because it's about Valley girls shopping at the mall and the bomb. It's not ahead of its time and it's not behind its time. It's just a combination of in elements. And that's another thing is that it's kind of an allegory to the fear of nuclear war back then too.
That's crazy because I didn't, for some reason, that just didn't even resonate with me until you just said that. But yes, I could totally see that. Absolutely.
And it's
Especially
just
given the time.
growing up in the Cold War was kind of a scary thing.
You've been through a lot, Chad Daddy. You've been through a lot of.
I'm Generation X. We're badasses. We're prepared for anything.
Just say, like, at this point in time, if you think about all the shit you fucking been through, how many world-changing fucking events do we have to deal with?
Right?
God damn it! Just stop for 5 years, please. Just everyone, just
Okay. Continuing on,
That'd be nice.
Joss Whedon has cited this film as a big influence for her original film script of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
what?
oh, okay, that's interesting.
Cheerleader.
You say the film version of Buffy?
Well, yeah, because
Oh, I guess the Valley Girl, yeah. See, that was the thing. Like, I never got the Valley Girl vibe so much in the series.
No, it was really highly toned down.
Yeah. Like, even in
think-
the very first episode where she was still discovering, like, I can't believe I even fucking remember that, but like, she still wasn't super, like, Valley Girl. Not like how she was in the movie where it was just the cheerleader, like, fuck off.
Well, the series is a sequel to the movie and not a remake, so that's
Was it?
yeah, because at the start of the series, she already knew she was the Slayer.
Oh,
They
but
talked about her
I
Yeah.
didn't think she had any training with, what's his name? Because I thought Giles was just ultimately her, right? Giles? Is that what his name?
Giles.
Giles,
Sorry.
Giles, yeah.
No, she had a different Watcher, or whatever they were called.
I can't remember the
no,
dude's
she
name
did.
from the movie. Okay. I didn't know. Okay, so I thought it was just kind of more of like a retcon, like we're going to start from scratch again. But
And I think a little bit of both, but it was more sequel, reboot.
you know, I remember
Don't
the
mind
first
me, I'm
time I
watching.
saw that. No, the first time I saw that, dude, they aired the movie and then they aired the first episode. and I was so pissed that they didn't use the same actress. I was a kid though, so I didn't really understand the concept of like, you know what I mean, like that kind of transferring over. Obviously nowadays we get that shit, but
Oh yeah. Don't mind me. I'm watching my skies literally turn dark.
sweet.
Bobby, goddammit.
It's not
It looks
multicolor,
like-
right? Are we gonna see Bobby just turn into red dust?
No, it's not multicolor. It's just turning dark. Like we got like
God damn it,
we got
Bobby.
we got a storm coming.
It's a twister.
Hey, speaking since what you think that a lot of people would have still lived because there was still a lot of lead-based paint on houses back then.
Yeah. I think a lot of
Yeah.
people, there would be a lot more people. Unless like somehow the dehydrated people just started really like murdering them. But we really only got one kind of zombie moment where somebody was eating somebody else.
This is true.
But he was still functioning too. You know what I mean? Like he was talking and shit.
That's why I don't consider that a zombie.
Well, but then you could argue Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a point there.
Said more brains. What?
Said more paramedics.
Continuing on, Robert Beltran initially turned down the role of Hector Gomez because he did not want to play Hector as a typical cholo type.
Fair. Oh, that's what Gene was talking about earlier. Like I was disconnected on that. I gotta go back on. He said something about Cowboy Curtis or whatever. It's like, oh no shit.
Cowboy Uncle Hector.
That's right.
Oh my God, that was great for him.
What else you got, buddy?
Okay, let's see. Like many horror films in the 70s and 80s, this film has several critiques of consumer culture contained within the plot and the dialogue. Perhaps the best example is when the think tank is looking for Regina and Samantha while pondering on where the girls might be. One member of the think tank says that the shopping mall and the arcade area are an absolute monument to consumerism.
Boy, ain't that the fucking truth.
Not wrong.
Nowadays,
I mean-
the mall looks like the movie. This movie did.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like where would people go nowadays? Be like, well, the Walmarts.
Target, Walmart.
Sorry. Scoobs is just like, God damn it. I hate that that's right. Although I'd go to my mall because
I would
Bass
go to
Pro's
my-
there. And Bass
I would-
Pro has a lot of weapons.
Our mall is still pretty busy here.
I'd say mine actually is too. Now that I think about it.
Not here.
Yeah, no, we have guns in our mall. So that's why I'm like, you know what? I would go to our mall. Like, fucking A.
I know the one up here would because it has.
Probably it's got dicks, right?
It does. No, not
Yeah.
no. Dunham's.
Oh, yeah. That would
That
work.
has a Dunham's and it also has a. On the one end of the mall, and then the other end it has like it's like Tractor Supply, but it's called something else.
Country Max?
No,
Anyway,
it's something close. But I'm pretty sure they have guns too.
yeah, man. Who hasn't thought about that of like where the best part? Like, I was like, because I would be like, yo, either the mall or straight up there's the armory on the other side of the town. I'm like, I could just go to the armory. They got 2 tanks there and some other shit. So
Good luck
tank.
getting in.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I figured the mall. Or worst case, go across from the mall and just go to Dick's. Either one. But all right, enough of this bullshit. What else we got, Chad? Daddy, anything else?
The waving clown in the first desolate shots of downtown Los Angeles is the same one that Pee Wee Herman locks his bike to in Pee Wee's Big Adventure and subsequently gets stolen.
Oh my God.
Pee-wee.
Oh, too soon.
Yeah. Poor man.
Heather Langenkamp auditioned for the role of Samantha and was the number one choice on the casting list, but ultimately the part went to Kelly Maroney.
She was there this past weekend.
Yes, she was. And she still
looking
looks
good.
great. She looks
Yeah.
great.
I'm glad we were both on the same thought with that.
Well, funny thing is, last November when they did the Monster Mania in
Maryland?
Oaks,
Oh, okay.
I ended up in a photo op with her and Robert Englund because my one buddy Mike had like 3 people, and he says, "Do you want to be the 4th?" So like
Fucking A, man.
the girls were all like, they were all like kind of near Freddie, and Heather Langenkamp's like, "Someone come down here with me," and I came over. She's like, "Hi." She's like looked up. She's like, "Hi." I'm like, "Hi."
You should have put her on your shoulder.
I was like, I could bring you up here if you want.
Right? She's not used to fighting fucking giant monoliths of people. More of a
Giant
kind of man.
monolith. That's a nice way to put it. Giant monolith.
Yo, man, when you stand next to Bob, you will understand why I say.
That's what I have to be next to the U2 very soon.
Like I said, I feel just so tiny.
That's what I'm saying, because John made me feel tiny, and I'm tall for a Mexican, so I always tower.
He
over
is. He's
everyone.
He's a tall dude.
I'm tall for Hispanic. I mean, Mexicans are short.
I know. I remember you guys were so surprised when I first showed up. They're like, "Wow, you're
Yeah,
way
I was like, "Holy
taller than I
shit, you're huge!"
Yep.
I was like, "God damn it!" So I can only imagine.
Yeah, exactly.
How much? So I'm pretty sure standing next to Bobby is gonna be like Chad Daddy standing next to you, John.
Pretty much. I feel like Chad Daddy standing next to me.
By the way, John, I was telling Steph the other day about that great picture from Steel City Con from the costume contest.
Oh, me just staring out the door the other way.
I've been trying to find it.
I think I have it. Listen, I still say I literally had no idea they were filming anything. I literally just poked in there. It's like, oh, cool. There's fucking cosplay
I don't
contest
know
going
that
on.
picture just turned out so much funnier than it was intended.
Just like that was it was almost like an unintentional middle finger to the con. I was like, I don't give a flying fuck, dude. Like, you know, but really, I'm actually just looking at the con. I was like, oh man, look at all this cool shit.
Oh man, that was a great con.
Fucking A, dude. I was, man. I would love to go back, dude. Like Steel City this week. Woo! If I didn't just spend a bunch of fucking money, I would love to go to this one, man. There's a bunch of motherfuckers.
If I had a couple paychecks saved up, I would think about it, but I just don't.
No, I would definitely
There
do it.
is-
Steel City, dude.
There's an awesome horror con coming to Houston this coming weekend, I believe.
Ooh.
And I would love to go, but I'm already gonna go the following weekend to go see Death Clock. So
Oh, nice.
Huh?
You know, there's always the idea, and I've always it was discussion this weekend a lot, but I want to go to one of more of those like expo shows where they unveil all like lawn decorations and like house shit. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
I want to go to one of those. I think we should all fucking hit one of those though. That'd be like a whole different.
That's like
vibe.
the ultimate dad convention right there.
Dude,
Fucking
didn't
right.
they do? They literally did that in that one King of the Hill episode. Remember that?
Yeah.
One?
No,
They went to like a lawnmower show. Don't you remember like the virtual reality lawnmower?
I honestly don't.
It was like very early. It was like the first couple seasons.
Man, I can't believe I'm. You know, I've seen footage from those shows, and I'm assuming it must have been a demo table to show like what some new rigs could do. But man, they had this sweet fucking legit. Everything was miniaturized, and it was an RC tractor with this new fucking plow and grate system, and they were doing this, and I was like, bro, if they were and there's literally like 30 dads and grandpas all sitting there just watching it. They're like, you know what? You pick up to them with our nerdy shit. We're like, hey, we're doing this. They would give you shit all day long, but it's
Okay,
like,
let me
oh,
ask
man,
you
you're
something.
sitting there watching
How
an RC car.
How many of them were wearing these black and red shorts?
Wait. You need like these blue and white shorts?
Oh my god!
No,
And I've
they
got
were
a-
all wearing tight
I've
blue
got a pair
jeans and tucked in shirts, actually.
I got a pair of white and red shorts just like them over there in the drawer.
No, these dads were
Hey,
all
so-
fucking like all like tractor central or central tractor dads.
I might have to go to this horror festival after all this weekend because Tom Atkins is going to be there.
Oh, you gotta go.
Atkins.
Tom Askins. Please,
Tom
Steve, you
Askins
can
will
get a
be there?
picture. You're like, yo, you want a picture? Be like, you.
But can I get it over your ass, please? and weird that we were just talking about the original Buffy. Christy Swanson's going to be there also.
Oh no shit.
I think
Yeah, it's called the Houston Horror Film Festival.
Ooh,
They're having the
festival.
Halloween 45th anniversary cast reunion. Nick Castle, Will Sandin, Sandy Johnson, PJ Souls, Nancy Loomis, John Michael Graham, and Nancy Stevens will be there.
Nice.
There's a whole shitload of people. They got people from Terrifier, Silent Night, Deadly Night, Scream, different Screams, different ones.
Yo, are we gonna have a
There's
review
shitload of
Terrifier
people.
2? Because I just after rewatching
No, I
it
said
the
we
other
could.
day,
I said we could throw that on this year, though.
bro, after watching that, I would love to have because I feel like there's gonna be some deep discussion in that movie. Not so much about the movie,
Oh,
but
yeah.
just the ideas of what the fuck's going on and where's it gonna go. But
This is a weird choice. Sean Patrick Flannery from Boondock Saints is going to be there. everybody's horror movies.
Blade 2,
except
homie.
him.
What the fuck you talking about? Wait,
Well, I know, but
no.
Sean
What, is that the other one? That's the
Yeah,
other brother,
you're
right?
Yeah, that's the other brother.
Norman Reedus.
Yeah, you're thinking Norman Reedus.
Look at his IMDb. I mean, he's probably done a horror movie.
Weird.
There's
know,
always
I
there's
gotta
always
go.
one usually early in the career.
The only thing I can remember
gotta go.
him from, aside from Boondock Saints, is fucking Young Indiana Jones Chronicles.
Oh yeah, he was in that.
You know what? I'm sad, and it was a missed opportunity because like Sunday I realized, what's his name? Fucking from Lost Boys was there.
Kiefer Sutherland.
No, Bill and Ted.
Alex Winter.
Alex Winter.
Alex Winter.
Oh.
And I totally was like, we should have came in freaked cosplays. Like nobody had them. I would have just had the
loved
sock
that.
with the eyeballs. Honestly, I would have just sent super simple and just fucking had
He would have loved that.
right. Like there was a little picture on his banner of it. You could barely see it unless you're right over there. But
Didn't he direct that?
did he? He might have. I mean, I know he
think.
directs.
Yeah, he directed a ton of shit.
And the other thing was, for some reason, they didn't have a freaked photo op, which they should have, because Randy Quaid was there. And I'm like, well, bro, like that's
Yeah.
the two mains. So,
Okay, continuing on. The main female character, Regina, is an expert video game player in the movie. Stewart starred in another film the same year as this one, The Last Starfighter, in which the main protagonist also is an expert video game player.
never watched it, but I've always seen it.
It's a good
seen the
movie.
cover and stuff. Yeah.
Really, really one of the first CGI movies.
Interesting. All right.
Okay, during the crowd scenes at the beginning, there is a very brief shot of LL Cool J on a microphone.
What?
Oh.
It's like 2 seconds. Blink and you'll miss it.
I guess
Watch,
so.
watch the opening credits again and you'll see it.
All right.
It's showing the people all lined up in New York City or something for the Comet.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, could you imagine if that was like if you did redo this, but with technology now, like where people could like be interfacing with other people? You know what I mean? Like people would be live streaming this shit, obviously, as it happens.
Oh yeah.
So like, would you notice like that disc, like that shit fucking up right away, or would you not even be able to live stream before it happens because it's interfering? Like I don't know.
She is in the other room with her.
Oh man,
brother.
you are on check right now.
Yo, wow. Sounds like oh shit.
You get back to work. Go back to
Mel's
work.
checking it out for anybody
that's
who's wondering what the fuck we were
That's
talking
great.
about.
Where's the
Jeez. I can't do nothing, man. First, she didn't let me buy the goddamn animatronic at fucking Spirit Store today.
What was the animatronic?
Oh,
Which
The
one?
fucking Killer Clown one, the new one.
Oh, I thought you were
that
gonna.
thing looks so
I was hoping you
cool.
were gonna go with the Martian, dude. I think the Martian's. Fucking
I didn't
awesome.
see it. I did see the Leatherface. I did see the Leatherface. It looked kind of. Eh. I'm gonna block you from the fucking feed right now.
Mama is
Add
not
to
happy.
block list.
Mama is not happy. Okay, continue.
Go to work.
At the
Continue.
at the
Forgot. This
movies.
was another thing I came home with the other day.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Fill that
wow.
bitch with fluff.
I gotta thank our friend Pete Ward for this fucking thing. It's way
Do you
bigger
like-
than I expected.
That's what she said.
That's
Do you,
Ah.
you inflate that or something?
Yes. And
No,
I,
you have to. Oh, is it inflatable?
Yeah, and I tried doing it, but it's like a big fucking man beach ball, and I ran out of breath the other day, so I gotta get the compressor.
So my buddy filled his with like fluff. I guess he had one of the original runs, and with the original runs, it wasn't inflatable.
Oh.
You had to like stuff it yourself.
Well, this one is, and apparently
And
there's
yes-
been a big problem because people have been inflating them with helium, and then they're like, "This doesn't stay down," and I'm like, "Pete, do you really deal with this?" He's like, "Bro, you have no idea." And I'm like, "You know what? I don't unexpect anything anymore. I guess like
I
just
would
people
say-
are that fucking stupid."
People probably complained that they had to spend extra money filling it with fluff. That's probably why they switched it to.
It makes
inflatable.
more sense the inflatable, you know what I mean? Because then you could just, if you want to throw it back in the box for storage, like what
Yeah,
the
it
fuck
makes
do
it
you do with the
easier.
fluff?
Yeah.
It really just it didn't have the inflatable sack in it.
No.
Weird. He also
Yeah, he was trying to sell it too, so I was like, yeah, I don't want
he also gave me a full size fucking Spirits Proton pack because because he works for Spirits and shit. This dude returned it. He ordered it and said some shit was fucked up and returned it. Well, the shit that was fucked up was he already was trying to mod on it. So there's already a bunch of shit fucked up because he fucked it up. So it's just like a huge shell and everything now. So I was like, well, you know what? I can put some of my magic in. I got a couple months before the next con with the Ghostbusters. I'm going to fix that all up, and that'll be the main raffle prize for that fucking weekend, you know?
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah. And that's what I told him. I'm like, I'm not going to keep it for myself. I don't fucking need it. But I'm going to do something good with it. That's for sure. And I'm like, and I told him, I'm like, homie, I'll even let you guys know. I told Pete, I was like, I'll show you the donation and shit. We always donate it to the children's hospital when we're done. So if you need like proof or anything, he's like, no. But yeah, man. So
dude, that would bring in a ton of money right there.
Yeah, dude. Right. Especially if I actually take the time, see if maybe the boys want to pitch in or something like that. Maybe get like a little light kit for it. So it's actually, I could come up with something where it's not like a legit light kit, but it'll still give us some blinking. What the fuck? All right, I'm gonna turn that off.
Bobby,
what the hell?
Quick, my internet.
Bobby,
what happened?
I'm here.
Is that the tornado?
You are super in the red, homie. So
yeah,
is that an air raid siren?
No, that's I have my air on energy saver. It's fucking. I don't know how much more my internet will stay.
Yeah, I say you went super down in the red. You're barely in the yellow.
Give
right
us
now.
your score just in case you can't.
All right, my score for this is going to be about a 2.8.
All right, 2.8.
Just in case.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah, because
okay.
Yeah, it's fucking.
I'm just gonna go ahead and skip. I'm gonna go ahead and skip the rest of what I have anyway because we're at the hour and a half mark. Anyway.
Yeah, no problem, bud. All right, so let's see if we can get all this shit done before we lose Bob. What format you watch this on, homies?
Tubi.
Also Tubi.
Scream Factory Blu-ray.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
There you go. You know what, man? I might start dropping into physical more than I personally wanted to because the way they are with distributing rights with digital ownership and shit now, it's just getting too sketchy as fuck.
It is. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, because you buy something to own it, but you don't own it. Aww. And if they take it away and they decide it or they lose the license to it,
and dude,
you're fucked.
With Disney now no longer making physical for Australia.
Bro, that shit is insane.
I can tell you right now, that will not last long.
No.
They will quickly flip the switch on that and start back up.
Yeah, because they're going to be seeing all these people fucking selling like VHSs and shit like that that are going to go fucking skyrocket now.
Dude, there's going to be so much. There's going to be so much pirated content and everything because Disney Plus is dropping a lot of shit lately, and
that's so easy to it's easy enough to fucking rip right off of it for sure. All right, douche of the film. I'm pretty sure we're all going to say the same thing.
Stepmom.
Oh yeah, for sure. What was her name? Debbie? No,
cunt.
Fair.
I don't.
Does start with a D. It doesn't matter. All right. Favorite kill.
The explosion.
I would say the guy who gets his head bashed in when he goes out that door. The first kill, basically.
Which you don't even really see.
Well, it's better than nothing.
Yeah. I'm gonna say all the zombie punks that were shot in the.
They got obliterated fucking hard, dude.
Like
that was, you know what? That's like almost the comedy section to me because of how ridiculous it came in. Like if they showed it a couple more shots where they still were standing up, just getting obliterated, like maybe 5 more seconds, it would have just been that much more like probably hokey, but still hilarious. I think I'm gonna have to agree with you, Chad Daddy. I think that was the most like, oh shit. All right, best scene.
The whole mall scene.
Girls just wanna have fun.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what? That is a solid. Yeah, not gonna disagree.
I'm gonna go. Actually, I'm gonna go with that too because I was telling John before. I'm like, I don't really have a favorite scene, but if I had to pick one to watch over again, that'll be it.
It's the one that I could definitely relate to the most because I'm like, yo, dude, I would definitely go to the mall and do some fuckery.
Yeah, I can relate to it too because girls just want to have fun.
That's right. And lunch. Worst moment or scene. Worst moment or scene.
I'm gonna, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm gonna agree with you guys where there's like that 10 to 15 minute stretch of like nothing happening.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Like even like Brody said, it could have been cut out. You wouldn't have lost anything.
Honestly, man, if you made this more solid to closer to like an hour and 10 minutes, yeah, it probably would have been like, okay, wow, that was a quick movie, but
Yeah.
got its point across. Opening scene hook you in. Honestly, yeah, man. I mean, because
I liked it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did.
shower and shit. So, and I like the colors and everything, like how, you know what I mean? It wasn't just like one, like, it was like a fucking, almost like a flagship going across.
Yeah.
Okay. Most attractive character.
Reggie for me.
Okay, so
I'm going to go that female
I'm going
scientist
Sam.
chick.
The one that didn't know how much blood to draw.
No. The one that like ended up killing herself with the glasses.
I'm
She was
going
kind
with
of a bitch,
female,
but
I'm going with the one that didn't know how much blood to draw. She was really cute.
I'm going with the blonde for once.
she was also cute.
Sam.
I was gonna go with her at first, but then watching the movie, I'm like, that scientist chick's really cute.
It was her hair,
those
man.
two brunettes.
Sam's
were both
hair
cute
for
in
me.
that side to side. But I like the
Agreed.
one that knocked out Sam with the fake shit, where everybody thought she was dead and everything. I don't know. Like, even though she kind of like, you thought she was a bitch kind of in the beginning, and then by the end you're like, oh,
She wasn't a bitch. She was actually
not
nice.
at all. Yeah. Okay. Did the score set the mood?
Yeah.
I like
I
the
think so.
soundtrack of it. We got a
Soundtrack
lot of
was- yeah.
songs and shit for sure. So if that's the score, I'll say sure. Feels like it was more than anything. Best song?
Girls just want to have
Girls just want to
Yeah.
have
I just
fun.
want to have fun.
Come on, yeah.
There's a couple other good ones in there though, for sure.
That country song was good. It was a good country song.
There's something in the beginning I can't remember that was like pretty big too.
Yeah, and I can't remember what it was either.
Obviously, the other one took placement of that one. So
Whatever LL Cool J was singing at the time.
There you go.
For those 2 seconds.
I'm going. Favorite character?
Hector.
Uncle Hector.
Yeah, Hector.
Yeah, I'll go with Chakotay there.
Cowboy Hector was my favorite character.
Cowboy Hector.
I also do like the other guy that comes in just because he comes back dressed as Santa Claus.
Yeah.
I was hoping we would get more Santa Claus shit. I'm gonna go with Uncle Hector though. He was just the super random good one. Scary. Yay, nay.
Not really.
No.
Not really. No.
More almost sci-fi-ish than horror. I
Yeah.
would dare say.
Yeah.
I don't know. Does it hold up today?
No.
Maybe if you took out a few of those minutes, like Chad and Brody mentioned, it'd be a little better. But
I think if it
once
also
again,
had a little
though-
bit more action, yes.
I think if we rebooted it, I'd still almost maybe want it to be stuck in the 80s.
Yeah.
I don't
But you could leave it in the
do
80s.
more.
Yeah, and you can just dial it up a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. But I just think like having that mall aesthetic and doing all that would be nice to revisit, you know?
Yeah.
I would like to see, like, if you redid this, like, make the zombies almost more like, kind of like the Mummy in Monster Squad, and then you just see them like crumbling away.
That'd be kind of
Yeah,
cool.
that would be okay. That would be cool.
Where they get like extremely dehydrated and they just crumble, turn into the dust after all, anyways.
So would you have them trying to like just drink people's blood almost vampiric for just like liquid? Or would you still have them just trying to, you know what I mean? Like I said, we only have the one guy eating them. So,
I don't know. I don't know how I'd tackle that.
because that's what I would think. I was like, it feels like they would want to drink them the most. So,
Yeah.
Fucking Brody. God damn it.
post-apocalyptic inbreeding family requel. Ugh.
So wrong turn.
And
Yeah,
oh, all right. How is the acting?
For a B movie, it was.
Yeah.
I think it was good.
For the main
Honestly,
character,
I
Yeah,
think the
it was
sister. I think the sister was better than the main chick. Honestly,
and the lead punk zombie in the mall. That guy was hilarious.
yeah, he was
Yeah.
pretty good too. Cause I don't give a fuck. That was possibly the best goddamn line. Righty, where we at, boys? Cinematography. You know what?
Cinematography was
This
Yeah,
good.
no,
I liked it. It was
100%.
great.
It was good.
Fantastic.
Like all the desolate shots of the city were just so well done.
Yeah, man. Because it was like, it was gorgeous, but it was also just like, oh, that's eerie as fuck.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's what it would be. Okay. Oh, Bob's back up in the green. Did we get him back here? All right.
Yeah. It's
And he
Oh,
dropped
and it
straight
went
to
back
red.
to red. What the fuck?
just keep going. Just keep going.
No, you're good. You're good. You were in solid green for a second. All right. So did we like the premise? You know what?
Yes.
Yeah.
I did like the
Yeah.
premise of this one.
Maybe not the execution, but the
Yeah,
premise,
Yes,
just need a
definitely.
little
I
bit
agree
more
with that.
something. Or maybe like, I mean, I understand they were losing their competence, but maybe like the military people be a little bit more. I feel like there need to be more sketchy people somewhere to help like give a little bit more just fuckery to this movie.
Yes,
Yeah.
agreed.
You could go zombies, but if you're trying to go like, there's really not that many people left, like maybe 1% of people. Okay. And was the climax satisfying?
What climax?
I
The
mean,
climax was the escape from the facility, I would say, right? I mean, that was a fast 15 minutes.
Like I said, what climax?
That was too fast.
That's what
Because
she
what
said.
happens, like, they get into the Jeep and they were like, I smell gas.
He's like, fuck,
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, right. I did. That guy was in the Devil Rejects guy. What the hell else was he in that we watched? It was a vampire movie, wasn't it?
Salem's Lot.
Salem's Lot? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Okay. All righty, boys. Recycle, rewind, remake, or reboot?
Reboot.
I'm gonna rewind.
I'll rewind it. Maybe remake it, but definitely rewind
I'm going to remake it, but just add some more shit into it. Because I don't feel like rebooting. Like I like the story and everything. It's solid, but like Steve said, execution. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to rate the shit. We got a 3.5 from Brody, a 2.8 from Bob. Scubas,
I'm gonna give it a solid 3.
3. Chad Daddy,
I'm with the DKB at 3.5.
3.5. And I think I'm going to give it a 2.5. So that would equal 3.06 for 1984's Night of the Comet.
That's fair. That's fair.
Chad Daddy, I think I know what we're doing next week, but what are we doing next week, buddy?
We are wrapping up our unplanned zombie fest. We're going to take a little boat ride to Manhattan.
Oh, Williamsburg.
Jason takes a boat to
Yeah.
Manhattan.
Jason takes a boat ride. All right. Fuck yeah. That is not the last one, though, we're doing, right? We're going all the way to X?
Yeah.
Is that the plan? All right.
That's
cool.
the plan. So we got 2
I was
more.
gonna be sad. I'm like, is this gonna be our last one?
Ooh.
Okay.
We got a
good.
couple more.
Got a couple more months.
We're ending on a high note.
That's true. Thank God, actually.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. Although, you know what, even if you had to throw in the reboot at the end, that would I would
I was
still say
thinking.
that's a pretty
I was
solid high
thinking.
note.
I was thinking.
I understand why Freddy versus Jason, just because that's an after, like, that's a one-off or whatever.
Yeah, we need to do Freddy before we even get into that. So I think we'll do Nightmare on Elm Street next year, and then throw on Versus.
There you go. Okay.
That would be a good idea.
work.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
I like it.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty, so part 8 next week. Fuck yeah. Jason gets muddy and icky and sweaty all the
Slimy.
time.
Somehow manages to stay that way the whole time.
So comes back once again from electricity, but we'll talk more about that next week.
Yes.
All right. Is there anything nerdy we got to talk about? I don't.
Well, we have.
I got nothing.
Well, we got 2 quick things. Obviously, Pee Wee Herman has passed away.
Yes, rest in power there.
Also, we have in the horror community, William Friedkin has also
Friedkin.
passed away today. Friedkin,
Fredericken.
whatever, has also passed away. He directed The Exorcist, as everybody knows, so he is no longer with us.
Oh, you know what? I do have some nerd news. I feel like this is just happening every week, and I'm sorry if people are sick of it. So I apologize. But there's another Mortal Kombat trailer, and we fucking got
right?
Reptile, and he looks awesome. And you know why I like this one the best? Because this is the best of both fucking worlds, so everybody can quit their fucking bitching. Because everybody gets their human reptile, and everybody gets their lizard reptile.
And you get an explanation as to why you have both.
Fucking right, dude. I love it. And Ashra looks fucking sick as hell. I'm glad they're bringing her back.
Is this the first time Reptile's actually given a name, or was he given a name in a previous one?
No, he's had him in the other ones. He had it in Deception. It was noted in like text. It wasn't anything like movie wise.
So this is like the first time he's actually mentioned by name in a cinematic.
And he's a good guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy in this.
That shit throws me the fuck off, and I love it. And I'm like, oh, bro, I feel like I might have just found a new main besides Cage. But and then we have Havoc, which Havoc was such a cool fucking character when they brought him in Deception, and they've never done anything with him after the fact besides like just using him for some chaotic shit in the background. But like, if nobody knows who this dude is, he fucking rips off limbs and uses them as weapons and like can fucking like reattach them and shit. It's fucking awesome, dude.
That sounds
like,
beautiful.
He's like half zombie, but like half. He's from Chaos Realm, and that's literally what he is. He's just pure fucking chaos, and it's fucking. I can't fucking wait, dude. The beta drops in 2 weeks, so I'm gonna be fucking have bloody fingers after that weekend for sure.
I can't wait for that game to come out. I'm ready.
I actually need to watch the trailer again on my big TV because I only watched it on my fucking phone, and I'm like, it's not enough. I can't see all the detail. What the fuck? But yeah, like Reptile's his belt is actually his tail and shit like that, dude. Like, look fucking cool. So that game is gonna be ridiculous. And fuck all the haters that are shitting on it. And it's just like, dude, it's not even out yet. But anything else, boys?
Not at the moment, no.
Okay. You know what was interesting? I gotta say, I was just about the con this weekend because the whole writer strike and stuff. Obviously, they couldn't have any Q&As. Can't do that shit. Personally, at the booths, they might be able to tell you something here and there, but they can't have open discussion on it. So they actually had a trivia this year and everything. I didn't get to go to it, but I heard it was a pretty solid turnout. But it's cool to see that they were able to like work around all the like restrictions, unfortunately, at the moment of doing all that shit. But hey, man. So yeah, I guess if that's it, we'll do our sign out. So Bob.
Yeah.
This is your Killing Machine, Bobby and Moan, saying sorry for the internet issues, but we have a storm here. But we'll be back next week to go to Manhattan and or Vancouver with Jason. We'll see you then.
This is your host with the ghost, the Prince of the Paranormal, the Duke of the Dead, Lord Scuba Cabra, saying, see you wherever, because it's not New York, but we'll see you there.
I think it's Vancouver. And this is your Dark Lord of Knowledge, your Chad Daddy, the Chattahoochee himself, saying, come back next week, bitches.
Fucking right. And this is your Fluff Master Supreme, Big Johnny D, saying, join us for I'm on a boat, motherfuckers, next week.
Don't you ever forget.
And oh yeah, stay fresh, cheese bags.
Penis dick.